Hello everyone, and we are back for more Mega Man 4. Hey, that rhymes. I'm probably gonna do that again in another video or something. But now let's move on to Dive Man. We have 2 more Robot Masters to go. Just give me a second to load up Mega Man and Base on my Game Boy Advance. I really hate these fish right here because they will jump out and that will happen. They don't even have momentum once they land back in the water. They just go straight once they land in the water. And it's strange because that makes no sense. But then again, if it could just plop down into the ocean and float back into position, that would be a bit annoying because who knows where Mega Man could be, he could still get hit. And then you have these jellyfish robots that will land downwards, that will go downwards. Once you get close to it... Oh, we have a whale robot. I'm about to die. I would recommend the Rush Marine for this area because it is so useful against this whale robot. I mean, it will tear it down quickly. So yeah, Rush Marine is is great for this level. It's definitely really good. I mean, the whole level is pretty much underwater. I mean, all of it is just underwater. I mean, most of it at least. I am about to die. Good thing Eddie's here. What's he gonna give me? Oh. Well, at least when I die, I'll come back to life because, as you might have saw, when I paused the game, I have no lives. I had no lives at all. So, here's the checkpoint section. So, from this point, I might actually die. Well, I am gonna die. I'll just tell you guys that right now, I'm about to die. Good thing that, that ray fish didn't go downward towards my head. And there's my death. So, without further ado, I am going to now talk about Dive Man. He is a robot that has the ability of a submarine. His dive missile is an amphibian homing missile. His quote, "Yuck, I feel seasick." Blech. Cringe. Good point, keen ear. I guess that means his hearing is like a whale. Because, I mean, don't quote me on this, but I think whales have very keen hearing. Don't quote me on this. Bad point, motion sickness. Well, it would actually be hard for me to see underwater. Oh, by the way, we got the other adapter, as you just saw. If you think that was a bottomless pit, don't. But you do have to be careful though, because it could be a bottomless pit, because you could easily just hit a spike on the walls. So be careful. I also edited out a little clip right there. It was a quick edit, because I was editing out where I left off, because after you get the adapter, it takes you right back to the checkpoint. So I just decided to edit out the footage. Oh, look at that, I have another extra life. And I'm almost at full health. By the way, he likes Coral Reel. He dislikes Pirate Man. Well, we don't know who Pirate Man is. At least, not yet. We won't know who he is until later. So, Dive Man has a huge thing for drilling right into you. He'll shoot out his dive missiles, but most of the time he likes to drill right into Mega Man, which is another way of, which is a replacement for jumping at him. And depending on how far you are, He will get as close as possible as long as he touches you. If that makes any sense. But you can jump over him and he will stop. But considering that the battle takes place underwater, you have to remember Mega Man's momentum underwater. You have to remember his movement while he's in the air. You have to remember how long he will stay in the water or stay in the air when he jumps. You have to remember. So now we move on to Drill Man. Now, Drill Man, I don't really like his stage. Well, it's alright, but it's kind of annoying. But it does fit very well. That's one thing I like about the Mega Man games. The Robot Masters, actually, the Robot Masters that they're put in, I mean, the levels that the Robot Masters are put in actually go with the Robot Master, and it works so well. And that's what I like about Mega Man. Or at least one of the things. So we have the bat enemies, kind of the resemblance of what we saw in Mega Man 2. Unfortunately, we couldn't get that one-up because it fell into the spikes. I mean, what's the point in getting a one-up if it falls into the spikes? But I suppose I could have taken a quick hit and taken a quick chance at getting the one-up while in invisibility frames. Now, for some reason, getting that one-up right there is easy to get to, but hard to get back out of. I mean, you have to maneuver yourself as close as possible towards the edge, and as close as possible towards the platform. And I really hate those enemies, those helicopter enemies. These guys. When you get close to them, they will come out of their... well, the propellers will fly off of them, and then they will begin to spin around like a tornado and home into Mega Man like... I don't know. I can't really think of anything. Oh, and here's these guys. I hate these things. I really hate these guys. But now I'm gonna talk about Drill Man. He is a digger robot for a construction site. He has been given an award for finding a gold mine. His quote, "Oops, I damaged the gas pipe." Good point. Industrious. Oh, by the way, I wanted to say one thing. Use the flash stopper here because it is so useful. Because it is hard to dodge those falling rocks, those falling stones, or boulders. I'm not sure which. I guess they're boulders. But the flash stopper works so well here. You won't regret using it. But his bad point, he is... wait. Bad point? Haphazard. He likes a rush job. He dislikes calculations. Now, I also did a quick edit here for this boss because I ended up dying anyway. But I wish I didn't die because I kind of hate how easy or how successful this boss went. I did not get hit once. So, Drill Man's weakness is the dive missile. And this is not all he does, okay? He goes underground, tries to go for Mega Man, jumps back inside, jump at you is another one of his attacks. And he throws his drills at you. I don't really know what the name of the weapon is called. But this is all he did for the entire fight, and I did not get hit once. I don't know what to I got lucky, but at the same time, it just didn't feel satisfying the way I just destroyed this guy so pitifully. So, what else to talk about? Yeah, that's all the Robot Masters. And we got the Rush Jet adapter. So, what's next, huh? Now it's time to fight Dr. Cossack. Oh, one more thing about Drillman. When Drillman prepares to go underground, he will be invincible. The boss fight shows it all. Now it's time to go through the Cossack Castle. I'm not sure what it's called, but that's the closest thing I can think of. So when you head over to the left, there is an energy tank. No, it's not, unfortunately, it's not an extra life. I mean, they both make the same noise. They both make the exact same noise, but it's not a life. It's an extra tank. I mean, energy tank. And they have these slinkies, these very deadly slinkies for some reason. And as you can see, it's also an ice level. We haven't had one of these in this game. Nope, not at all. Oh great, it had to be you guys. It had to be you guys. I'm trying to be really careful here. Charge out the Mega Buster, hit him as soon as possible. Surprisingly, the Mega Buster takes them down in one hit, so that's actually pretty good. More Skulljoes, and I don't know who these guys are. But Dr. Cossack actually has an interesting looking castle. But the question is this actually the final castle in the entire game? I mean, it doesn't seem like it at all. I think every single Mega Man game, well, starting from Mega Man 3, and then Mega Man 4, 5, and 6, all have 16 levels in total. So, 8 Robot Masters, well, I could be incorrect, but I know that Mega Man 4 has 16 levels, and so does... Wait, does Mega Man 3 have 16 levels? I don't think so. I haven't played the game in a while. Oh, I should probably mention this. I actually recorded Mega Man 4 about a year ago. But this is not that same recording that I recorded a year ago. This is actually a more recent recording. Because when I recorded that game, when I recorded that playthrough, the quality was ferocious. Not as bad as it looks right now. I mean, it looks a lot better than what it used to look like, but the quality was just bad. And you can't shoot these guys, they're invincible. And they have spikes on them, so be careful. But same goes for Mega Man's 5 and 6, 7, and 8. I haven't recorded Mega Man 9. Like, I stopped at 8. But so I figured, since I'm going to be playing Mega Man 4 later on anyway, may as well just re-record Mega Man 4, make it look better than what my previous playthrough was. And it turned out to be better. But I'm going to be doing the same thing for Mega Man 5. I've recorded most of the game already, or at least half of it, but I'm going to finish it as soon as possible. But first, I'm going to finish Mega Man 4. So now we have this guy called the Hole Driller, which is a pretty easy boss fight. But it's very limited on time, so you have to be really careful. Even though he takes a long time to drill a hole in the ground, make sure to use the ring boomerang, or maybe even the Pharaoh shot, and you're good to go. But like I said, it's a pretty easy boss fight. I will see you guys in part 4.